I'm Holly.
And I'm Bridget.
And this
is Girls Next Level.
Welcome back to Girls Next Level podcast, everybody. Today we are talking about season 4, episode something or other.
11.
It's called It's My Party and I'll Die If I Want To. This is Bridget's second
Die If I Want to.
murder mystery birthday party. And this episode first aired February 18th.
Oh, wait. Grotto Time Machine.
It first aired February 18th, 2008. The top song was, well, we all know it was Low by Flo Rida and T-Pain, Apple Bottom Jeans. Number 2 was With You by Chris Brown. And the top movie was The Spiderwick Chronicles. I don't know what that is.
I don't either. That doesn't even sound familiar to me.
We didn't watch that.
I wish I could find my notes and the schedules that line up with where we actually are when these post, because I have the schedules that tell me exactly what movies we watched every night.
Yeah, I feel like if we could talk about what movie we saw at the mansion that week.
Yeah, we could.
But this would be like 2008.
I know. So I would have to find, and we know what my 2008 looks like.
Yeah, we have to sort that out. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a whole project. We should take slow motion B-roll, time lapse as we're doing it.
Oh my gosh, we should. And I think what a good place to start too, not that you guys want to hear how the methodology goes of going through 2008 scrapbook stuff, but I think we should pull all of those schedules that I saved and have those all in order so we can try and make sense of everything else in there.
Right. And my day planners.
Yes. I feel like that's because there's got to be some method to tackling it.
I know. We're going to have all these 12 different piles for every month and then break it down even further. Get those accordion files.
Yes.
So,
I'm kind of excited about doing it though.
Yeah, it'll be great. I'm excited to scan some of your photos because I don't have any. I have pictures from when we went to Knott's Berry Farm for the 55th anniversary girls. But that's the only thing I have from 2008. It's crazy.
Oh, you want to know what I'm sad about? I have no pictures from this night.
I don't either. And I know they took pictures because there's one of you and Hef standing by your cake in the Girls Next Door book.
Yeah.
So I know somebody was there taking photos. We just didn't get any.
Yeah. And luckily, you and I started that tradition where we would take pictures in my room before we go out, or in Hef's room if it was the big parties. And so luckily from my personal camera, I have all these pictures in my room, a million pictures of me posing in my outfit, pictures with Stacy, pictures with you, pictures with my sister and my family and stuff. But the second I go downstairs, there's not another picture I have from this night.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
I know.
I mean, I want those pictures so bad.
Yeah, it's a bummer. So we open this episode with some 1920s music, which is appropriate, and some very blissful-looking mansion outdoor scenery. It's a perfect day at the mansion.
Always.
And they cut to your room, and the first thing I notice is a giant black rug on your floor. Was that part of your Halloween decor?
Actually, it became part of my everyday decor.
Oh.
I started incorporating a little bit of black in there too. So it was the pink stripes and different shades of pink. And then I threw a little black in because I don't know if you remember, but I changed all the wall sconces to black wall sconces too. And
did you ever notice after the twins moved into that room, they added black outlines to the stripe? That's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder why that was the big change that needed to be made.
I think they just had to do something to make it their own.
Yeah.
I don't know. So the room is also set up. It's all decorated for Halloween. So I was really on top of my game, getting it done early, which I love. And I wish this year was the same for me, but it's not. Oh, one thing I did want to tell you, and this is kind of relevant to this, Glen Tavern Inn, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's this kind of cool hotel in Santa Paula, right? Santa Paula, I think is the name of the town that it's in. And it's this cool Tudor hotel. They contacted me and they want to start doing murder mystery parties and stuff.
Fun.
And they want to maybe collaborate on something. And I thought,
you should do that.
Oh my God, how fun would it be to host a murder mystery party at a place
you should do that. Totally.
So, so I'm going to go talk to her at some point soon. I don't think it's going to be in time for this Halloween because I don't think that that's possible. But, and And it doesn't even have to be I don't even think it needs to be Halloween time. A murder mystery party could happen anytime.
Yeah, it can.
But I feel like how cool that location would be a great place for a murder mystery party. And I just think there's so much potential there. So I'm like down with this. And I had so much fun, and we'll get into all of it, but I had so much fun planning all the details on this party, like the littlest details. But still, I loved all of it. And so I would love to like collaborate and do something like that with them.
Yeah. That would be a good niche for you.
The other thing that's going on in my room here is not only is it decorated for Halloween, but it's decorated or set up for hair and makeup to be done. So
yeah.
I have the big like a I can't even think what it's called.
Vanity?
No, just the table. What they're like the pop-up tables, like the
like a party table?
Yeah, but I feel like there's a name that I'm blanking on.
I don't know. A folding table?
Folding table. I think that's what I was thinking of. Okay. So there's the big folding table in my room, and I have like the giant mirror that I put up on it and the chairs set up and everything. That's like what I would set up for parties when people were coming to do hair and makeup. And originally, so it's me and my sister in there, and I come popping out in my 1920s style lingerie.
Yeah, is that from that place you would always go on, Robertson? What was that called?
I don't think that one was.
It looks like it.
Claire Pettibone is what you're talking about. But no, that's not a Claire Pettibone. Because Claire Pettibone was very lacy.
Oh.
And this one doesn't have that lace on it. I actually think, and I could be wrong, but I actually think this one was a Victoria's Secret one.
Victoria's Secret used to be so good.
Right?
And on every level. They had clothes.
Yes. And they used to come out with some like cool vintage looking like styles.
They would come out like every season. There would be like a couple sets of like really beautiful lingerie.
Yeah.
They need to like get back to it. Like what happened?
And I don't feel like this was one of those really beautiful set type things, but I feel like it was part of their like vintage, like, 1930s collection or something like that. And I'm pretty sure it was that. I still have that somewhere, but not where I could get to it for today. And my hair's all wet. And my sister's hair is wet. And
what was Anastasia in town for? Was it your birthday in particular? And where is this on the timeline? Like, is Eddie still there? Was this before or after you had to go visit your dad?
So this is after. And my brother is gone back into the military. And my sister is at the mansion, but she is now going to UCLA. So she actually just lives a few blocks away in the dorms. So she's able to pop by more often and stay the night or not or go back to her dorm. So that's kind of convenient and cool for me. But we're getting ready for the party. This is like a hair and makeup trial run. And Anna Marie is coming to help us with it because Anna Marie, as you guys know, she has a store called Revamp in downtown LA, and she does like vintage reproductions of clothes and everything from like different periods. But she's also like an expert on what the hair and makeup styles were at that time. And at her store, I don't know if she still does it, but she used to offer workshops like that where you could come in and learn how to do those kinds of things. So I asked if she would come into the mansion and give us a personal workshop to get ready for the party. And it's just fun content for the show to film too. For preparation.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to be all of us. And I don't know if you remember or not, but you came in, and it's not, of course, on the show, but you came in and you were so sick. You were like laying on the floor and you were just like dying. And I was like, do not feel like you have to do this. Like you should just go rest. And so you did. You like you came in with wet hair and you were like ready to be a trooper and like do it, but you were just like dying. And do you think that this might have been when you were doing some of your fertility stuff?
I don't think that's why I would have been sick like that. I wasn't always sick at the mansion or anything like that, but I would just regularly get so sick every once in a while to the point where like that doesn't happen with me anymore. And I know there's going to be people out there that are like, do you think it was the mold?
They're totally going to say that.
No, I don't think it was the mold. I think it was just so unhealthy being up there. I think I was constantly stressed. I was constantly, just living in a place with all these other people. Yeah. Germs coming in. My immune system was low.
Yeah.
You guys know how much I love theming and decorating for the holidays. Pulling out the decorations, planning the Thanksgiving meal. And the holidays is also a great time to update my makeup look. And I love it, like, even if it's just like natural, just running out the door routine to like festive fall glam, I'm into it. And Thrive Cosmetics is your go-to for completing any fall look. And you can do it without the guilt because every product is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with your skin, not against it. One of the other things that I love about Thrive Cosmetics is that they're always giving back. Every time you use your favorite Thrive Cosmetics product, you're doing more than enhancing your glow. You're helping others shine too, with over $150 million in products and cash donations to 600 plus giving partners. Your purchase directly fuels real impact, and that's beauty with a purpose. Holly and I have talked a lot about their liquid lash extension mascara. It's seriously the best mascara ever. It's vegan tubey mascara, and they have over 40,000 five-star reviews, so we're not the only one out there talking about it. And it comes in 6 shades. It lasts all day without clumping, smudging, or flaking. It makes your lashes look extra long by wrapping around each lash from like the root to the tip. And it's super easy to remove with just warm water. You don't have to sit there and yank out your eyelashes or scrub with heavy cleansers. But they also have a few other things that are really fun, especially this time of year, like the Brilliant Eye Brightener. So complete your fall look. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/nextlevel for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/nextlevel. O Positive is a women's health company. They offer a range of symptom-targeting supplements that support women at every stage of life, from their first period to well beyond their last. They are proud to have the best-selling women's health products at Target and on Amazon. Uro Vaginal Probiotics is one of the top 5 supplements on Amazon, and they have multiple #1 products in Target for intimate care, PMS, and menopause categories. So what is it? Uro is a probiotic blend specifically formulated to support vaginal health, balance healthy vaginal pH, support healthy vaginal smell, and maintain healthy vaginal flora. And when taken daily, that's 2 capsules a day, Uro delivers noticeable benefits within 8 weeks, and many see results even sooner. Many customers talk about how the improvement in vaginal health led to greater confidence as well as better sex and intimacy. But don't just take their word for it. Look at the amazing reviews. Here's one. I've been insecure about the taste and smell down there, but this probiotic really helps balance out my system so I can go out feeling confident and sexy. Or this one. This product is a life changer. Talk about building up your sex life and confidence. My husband loves them and noticed a difference during intimacy. Every woman needs this.
Take proactive care of your health and head to opositive.com/nextlevel or enter next level at checkout for 25% off your first purchase. That's opositive.com/nextlevel for 25% off.
So in an interview, I say we had so much fun at the first murder mystery party 2 years ago, and then it cuts to a scene from the party, the original party. And so I wanted to have another one. But the difference is that this year I decided to throw a haunted murder mystery party.
And Hef really enjoyed these. Like, I feel like he would have been open to doing this annually if you'd like wanted to do it.
Well, and that's the other thing that I don't really say in here, or I kind of allude to it, but I don't really say it. But finding something that Hef really enjoys too
is
was
rare.
Such a coup
Yeah.
that I was like, and everybody seemed to have so much fun with it that I wanted to do it again because everybody really enjoyed it, including Hef, and that was hard to do.
Totally.
And he, like, as you're gonna see, he like participates, like he draws his own mustache on, and he like is actively running around the whole mansion, something he doesn't do.
Do you think he noticed, maybe this just didn't occur to him because like so many other things were going on, but like when we left and like a new set of girls came in who just weren't really adding anything like that to like the social life or the atmosphere or like the creativity, do you think he missed that, or do you think he didn't notice, or do you think maybe he was just so distracted because Crystal was so busy like recruiting girls up to the room by her own admission?
I don't know how much, even though I think he truly enjoyed all that that we brought to the mansion, the pumpkin carving parties and the murder mystery parties and the Marie Antoinette part, like all the extra special things that we brought. I don't know that he cared though. Like I think he enjoyed it. I think he loved it, but I don't know that like if it was gone, that he cared that it was gone.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
That's interesting.
Because for me, and of course I'm totally different, but for me, if somebody brought all that into my life and then they were gone, I would really, really miss it.
Oh, me too.
But I feel like for him, as long as girls are coming up to the bedroom, he doesn't care.
Yeah, and also do you think maybe he's so narcissistic, it kind of would like even escape his mind that we were even the people that thought of some of that stuff?
Definitely that happened.
Yeah.
Definitely with like the pumpkin carving party. That was not a thing, you guys. That was not a thing that he ever did. But it continued after we left. It was 100% our thing.
Yeah, but I think he did really enjoy those things because I remember when I first moved in, like he really wanted me to keep doing the cookie night and take over that. And that was Brandy's thing.
Yeah, I mean, no, I definitely think he enjoyed those things, but whether he missed it and attributed missing that to us being gone, I don't know.
Maybe there was just so much drama too. That was like the last thing from his mind. He's too busy hiring private detectives to follow Crystal.
Can you imagine going from like this kind of stuff to that kind of drama?
I can't imagine because I would hate it, but he's just such a different animal.
Yeah.
Like, he would rather have disgusting orgies, with really gross things going on.
Right.
Than a slip and slide.
Right.
And that's not me.
Right. But that's what I mean by I don't know how much he missed it because he was getting something else.
Right. But
oof. Okay. And also the difference between this party and the last one, not only has this one got a haunted element to it, but this one was more like the roaring 20s. And
it
the
had
other
a
one,
specific decade, right?
Yeah. And the other one was like later a time period, like late 1930s, early 40s kind of thing. So, it's funny. There's a knock at the door. It's Anna Marie, and she comes in. And she's like, the first thing she says is, "Wow, that's a lot of pink."
That's so funny. It's funny to me how shocked people are with a lot of pinks. Like they've never seen it on the show before, or like, what are they expecting?
I think that when you just actually walk into it, it's a lot more than you think. I don't know. It was my everyday, so I don't know.
And she's teaching you how to do rag curls, which is like you tie these tiny little curls in your hair with like
a piece of rag, literally. You literally just take like an old towel and like rip pieces off and wrap your hair around it. And it's really important to get the ends in there and then wrap it all the way down and all the way to the root. And boy, did it work on me.
Yeah, those and pin curls are so time consuming.
Yeah,
I don't
my
know
sister
how
was doing the
anybody
pin curls.
has the patience for it. And it's crazy to me that if you want to get like a 1940s loose wave that's kind of like puffy, you have to do these tiny little curls. Like, it's so weird and doesn't make sense to me, and I'm so bad at it, and I can't do it on myself. And you really have to like sculpt it.
Yes. So you do these crazy curls like this, but then when you take them all out, you like brush the shit out of them, and then you mold them.
It seems like counterproductive.
I know. So then you get like a flatter. I mean, this wasn't the era we were going for. We were going for more of the curly era, but like more of the 1950s pinup look and stuff. You still do this like curly rag curl thing, and then you like brush it all out and then like mold it.
Yeah,
just crazy. But one of the things that's interesting too, it's not just wet hair. You buy this stuff called setting lotion, and it's like blue, and you add it to the water. And so your hair's wet, but then you take a squirt bottle and you squirt it with this setting lotion, and it really sets those curls like a perm.
Yeah, perm.
I mean, it washes out, unlike a perm, but like it's kind of crazy.
Did you ever have a perm?
No, because I had such crazy curly hair that all I had to do was like use a little mousse and like flip it upside down and use like one of those diffuser things. And I had the biggest curly hair you've ever seen.
I never had a perm, but I remember in the 80s, my mom did an at-home perm, which if you've ever smelled an at-home perm in the 80s, like you'll never forget the smell. And I remember she was like, undoing it or whatever and seeing it in the mirror. And I heard her scream from the bathroom, I look like John Bon Jovi.
John Bon Jovi. Wait, I think of him with straight hair. Did he have curly hair?
Oh, girl. Let me look this up for
I feel like he had like kind of longish, straight, but spiky hair.
I think you're thinking of like a different era. Let me look this up.
That is so funny. I remember going with my mom. Oh, that kind of hair. Oh my God. And the thing to do when I was like, I don't know if it was junior high or high school or whatever, was like a body wave too. And I wanted one so bad. And all of the hairdressers would be like, but you have it already. But I wanted one.
Oh, that's funny.
Just because.
This is the thing to do.
Yeah. And I felt like my curl wasn't the same kind of curl as a body wave. But here's the weird thing, and maybe you guys can relate to this too. Please tell me you can. I've gone through different hairs as I've evolved.
Like texture changing?
Everything changing.
I think that's a thing, and people say it happens during pregnancy too. It didn't happen to me, but...
Because like when I was really little, I had like fine, very baby blonde hair. And then as I got older, it got a little bit darker, and then it started getting curly. And then by the time I was like a teenager, I had thick, long, super curly hair. And then it started thinning. And I'm not talking when I got old. I'm talking even before I got to the mansion or whatever.
Yeah.
It started thinning and getting less curly. And now I struggle to get my hair to be like thick and full and long. And now I take the curl out of it with a flat iron every time because now I have more of a frizz than a curl. But like it has evolved and changed throughout my life.
I think that's somewhat common.
Like to totally different hair textures though. Like I feel like it could be
Well,
different
I don't think that's
people.
like common, but it happens for sure. Like it's a natural thing.
Yeah.
Natural progression.
So, but what I was going to say about that is when I was younger, I had long blonde hair, but it was pretty straight. And so, but I wanted curly hair so bad. And so my aunt knew how to do the rag curls too. So when I would spend the night at my aunt's house or whatever, she would wet my hair and I would like beg her to do it too.
Yeah.
And she would either braid it, and I would love like the braided look or whatever when you take it out, or she would put the rag curls in and then I would have like curly hair. And I just thought I was so cool with that. And then later I got really curly hair and then I wanted a body wave and not my curls. And then now I want it straight and not curly. So like whatever I have, I don't want. Whatever I don't have, I want. It's a lifelong struggle.
Yeah. And also you guys are learning to do 1920s makeup.
Which is not good on me. I'm going to say that right now.
It's a niche look for sure.
I don't like it on me at all. But I will say my sister already looks like she's like a vintage character. When she's like doing the hair
I can
and makeup,
see that for sure.
I feel like she already has
Just the perfect look for that era.
Yes. And I'm like, she looks like she stepped right out of it. And I look like a scary movie photo.
I feel like your face is really good for like that 1940s Lana Turner look you did at the previous
Yeah, I like that better.
murder mystery party.
Yeah, I like that better.
And then Kendra comes in, and my thought as I'm watching this scene is like, oh, she's participating. And that's kind of odd, because like doing vintage hair and makeup, like that's not really her thing. That's cool. That's awesome. And then I catch myself, because like I want to be positive about it, but I also catch myself and I'm like, wait, why am I like giving her so much props for doing like the basic thing that me and you do every day? I mean, I'm not doing it this day because I was like deathly ill.
Yeah.
But like you and I are doing this every day. And then I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, yay, baby Kendra's participating. And it kind of like I'm catching myself thinking that. And I'm like, this was how Kevin was the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, she behaves in such a way that when she does a rare thing and does like the bare minimum, it's looked at as like, she's doing the most.
Right.
And it reminds me of like when I was negotiating my deal for my spinoff, I wanted and thought I deserved, and my manager thought I deserved an executive producer credit. Like my name is in the title.
Yeah.
The concept of the show was mine. It's based on my life that I created with my friends.
Right.
Like nobody else came up and made this up. It's my second show. I've paid my dues.
Yeah.
So and Kevin didn't want to give it to me. And he said he didn't share his executive producer credit with anyone, which up to that point was true. And I was on the phone arguing with him about it. And I'm like, I'm trying to like make a point and tell him why I deserve this, because I was always really involved in like the storylines and stuff like that, and getting everything together and getting everything done. And he was just like, and I was saying to him as comparison, I'm like, well, because the credit he wanted to give me was just a co-EP credit. And Kendra also had that on her show. And I'm like, yeah, but I do like a lot more. I'm a lot more involved on my show than Kendra is on hers. And he goes, no, you're wrong. Like she's been great. She's been showing up.
Yeah.
Like,
what?
how is it that doing the bare minimum and getting out of bed and being there for a scene that somebody else create, like, oh, that's doing the most?
Yeah.
And it's just like, the warped perception people have, because they were so used to her like being difficult and doing nothing, that when she did the bare minimum, it was like, yay, wow.
Yeah. Well, I will give her props for coming in and doing this, because I know it's not in her wheelhouse.
Yeah.
It's not something she's interested in, but she did still participate. So I will give her those props. But I will say that everybody was instructed to have clean, wet hair when they came in, because we were doing these rag curl, pin curl things. And she came in with dry hair and was like, oh, wait, we were supposed to have wet hair. And I know she was sort of reluctant about even doing this. She came in super late. If you notice, like, I think Anastasia and I already have like our hair practically done when she's comes in, and Anna Marie says it's no big deal. I can figure out like a dry look for you. There's other ways we can do stuff. And so that's kind of what they're doing. And we're practice with the Cupid bow lips, which are weird.
Have you guys started doing your holiday lists yet? I mean, gift shopping can be so stressful. I never know what to get anyone. Well, I think I have the answer for you guys. Did you know that Blissy pillowcases were named Gift of the Year 3 years in a row? And they are better than satin, which is made from synthetics, and it's rough on your hair and skin, and they're cheap for a reason. Plus, you guys, here's the real thing. They have anti-aging properties that reduces fine lines and wrinkles over time. It eliminates frizz, which is a big deal for me, preserves hairstyles, and protects color-treated hair. I need all of that. And they're dermatologist tested and recommended. I know this sounds silly. Of course, I love all the anti-aging benefits of the pillows and how it's good for my hair and all of those things. But you guys, one of the things I love most is that there's 100 different designs. So I can change out my pillowcase for the seasons or for the holidays. And you know how much I love doing that. And because you're a listener, Blissy is offering 60 nights risk-free plus an additional 30% off when you shop at blissy.com/girlsnextlevel. That's BLISSY.com/girlsnextlevel and use code girlsnextlevel to get an additional 30% off. Your skin and hair will thank you. And so will everybody on your Christmas list. Look, I know that the holidays are meant for giving. But that doesn't mean you can't get a little something back too. The free Upside app helps you earn extra cash back on things you're already doing. Like those road trips that you're probably planning? You're going to have to stop and fuel up. And what about those holiday dinners? You're definitely going to have to make a grocery store run for those. All these countless grocery store and gas runs can really put a strain on your wallet. But with Upside, you're keeping more in your pocket during the season that you spend the most. And yes, it's cash back, over $1 billion given back to users so far. So let me explain. The free Upside app gets you cash back on daily essentials like gas and groceries and dining. And there are over 100,000 gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants on the Upside app, ensuring that cash back is always just around the corner. And yes, it's cash back. No confusing rewards or points or credits, just actual money you can transfer straight to your bank account. Then you just go on and you claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. Then pay as usual with a credit or debit card, follow the steps in the app, and get paid. People can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than any other product. This includes loyalty programs and credit card rewards. Upside has given back $1 billion to its users. To find out how much you could earn, download the free Upside app and use promo code NEXTLEVEL to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. That's an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas using promo code NEXTLEVEL.
In an interview, I say I learned a lot about how to do my hair and makeup in that way. And that I actually did 3 different styles of curls on my hair that day. We were doing the pin, we were doing the rag, and I think maybe there was one other thing, but I'm not sure what it was. Maybe I was just thinking the dry method that Kendra was doing, but yeah, I'm like, nah, I'm not liking the look on me. And in commentary, you're like, damn, your hair got really curly.
It really did, yeah.
It reminds me of, I still laugh about this. When Angel came in and did her interview, she was like, that girl that had the top ramen hair. It makes me laugh so hard. And I'm thinking that was me in this scene.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Then I asked Kendra if she's ready to go down and show Hef our new look.
And you already know Hef is going to hate this.
Oh, yeah. I was actually kind of nervous to go and show him. And even watching this back, I feel nervous for myself again because I'm like, oh my God, he's not going to like this. And you look terrible. Do you really want him to see you look that terrible? But we go down there and we're like peeking around in the corner.
I like how you guys are so sly, like peeking around the corner. And you can hear Hef on the phone before he notices you guys saying, your phone is like a tin can and a string. So I guess he wasn't getting good reception with whoever he was with.
I did not hear him say that.
Your phone is like a tin can and a string.
And I want to say us peeking around the door like that with that lipstick on like that, I feel like it looks scary. I feel like we look like we're in Halloween costumes.
It looks like the masks on, what's that movie? The Strangers.
Yes, it looks scary. Like we look terrible. And Mary's laughing. And then we do get the big laugh from Hef, so he at least knows that we're like just playing at this and he's not mad or like weirded out by it. But he does say, what the fuck is going on here?
The Strangers masks.
Yes, 100%. That's what it looks like. It's freaky. What the fuck is going on here? It's his response.
Oh, he cackles.
Yes.
And then Kendra says in commentary, I think Hef thought we looked like hookers, not 1920s girls.
And then we put kiss marks on him. But Kendra really like put tons and tons and tons of lipstick on it. So when she kissed him, hers was mine. Well, they don't even show me doing it, but you can see mine is on the side and it's very light. But hers is like, bam. Yeah. Pinch poke. And then I like how they do the graphics with a whole bunch of them all over him.
And there's an acknowledgement in confessional that Hef hates red lipstick.
Yeah, that's me talking about that. Yeah. And honestly, I think I've mentioned this before. I don't like it on myself either. Like this is just like a lip liner, and I just kind of like smooth it around. But I look at this and be like, is this too red? Like,
oh, I love red lipstick.
It looks good on you, but I feel like it doesn't look good on me. And then people say, if you think red lipstick, this is another reel I get all the time. If you think red lipstick doesn't look good on you, it's just because you're not doing it right.
Wait, didn't you wear red lipstick to the first murder mystery party?
I think a red-ish probably.
That looked great. I'm trying to think in my head when I've seen you wearing red lipstick so I can chime in and be like, no, it looks great.
And like my Valentine's one that I did for the calendar, I don't like that. I don't like it. When I see that, I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't wear red lipstick. I wish I could like it. I wish I had a version that I liked. Because there's sometimes when you're like wearing red or another color where like the pink that is my usual go-to just doesn't, it's not right with it. But I'm like, oh, well.
I don't even know if they still make this color. I still have pencils of this because I stocked up like 20 years ago and never ran out. But MAC used to make a lip liner called Chicory, and it was like the best way to describe it is like a neutral red. And that's what I would always wear at the mansion when I wanted a red lip and couldn't wear a red lip, is I'd wear Chicory by MAC.
Oh, okay. I can look for that. I should write that down.
I'm curious. I'm going to look it up too because I'm curious if they even still make it because I'm just operating off of like my stockpile. It's like the perfect red for when you want red, but you don't want red.
Yeah.
Oh, they make it. It's on DoorDash.
Oh.
I wonder if it's consistent, though, because sometimes their colors change. Like MAC Spice has changed over the years. It's like way more orange than it used to be.
Oh, Spice. That's a lip liner, right? I used to wear that one all the time. I forgot about that one. It's weird to me. I do that with products. Like sometimes I'll have like this go-to product that I use all the time. And then for some reason I'll stop using it. And then I'll forget all about it. And then somebody brings it up and I'm like, oh my God, I used to wear that all the time. And I don't even know why I stopped anymore.
I'm ordering a new Chicory pencil to my house just so I can see if it's like the same as it always was.
Okay. So then the next scene, there's like some spooky music is playing and they're focusing on the statues and the fountains around the house, which I feel like was just kind of a cool shot.
Yeah.
I like the way it all kind of looked. And the front door creaks open. And it's Rich Corral.
I liked watching this episode because I feel like I can feel fall watching this episode. And it's starting to feel like fall right now as we're watching it. And I just love that feeling.
Honestly, when I was watching this too, it made me feel like it was helping me get into that Halloween spirit that I've been feeling like I'm lacking this year. And I really liked it.
You need a baked goods day. Just bake some pumpkin shit. That always gets me in the mood.
Yeah, I wish I could. I should just do that. I just feel like I'm struggling to keep up and I don't have time for that.
Yeah, I think I should do that when I go after this. Go get the kid. I should stop at a grocery store on the way, get some pumpkin baked goods.
Did you get your Wednesday themed Betty Crocker stuff?
I did, and we made the cake. The kids had so much fun, and Rainbow was so into it. She wore the apron and stuff.
I haven't made it, but you guys, Betty Crocker, I should have brought it to show you guys, but Betty Crocker sent us these cute boxes. It's like the spider web window, and you open it up, and it's like this dark chocolate Wednesday Addams themed cake and frosting. It's so cute. Like, I didn't even know they did collaborations like that, so I'm so excited about it. It's really cool. Anyway, Rich Corral pops in, and if you guys don't remember who Rich Corral is,
I wrote in my notes, Rich Corral of Haunted House fame comes over with someone from Scare Factory.
Yes. So Rich Corral used to do, well, it's not his real job. His real job, he's a director for like Disney, and he did Hannah Montana and The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and a bunch of really cool shows like that. But he also was in charge of our haunted house every year. And then Dave Faulkner is there from a company called Scare Factory, and they would help manufacture all of the big animatronics and help put together everything too. So they're coming over, which is super cool, to help me plan this party and do the special effects. They're specifically there to help me plan all these special effects I wanted to have. Because the last time I didn't really have any special effects, but this time I kind of wanted to like up the ante a little, and I wanted like special effects going on.
And they do a great job. Like, I forgot how good it all was until I watched this.
Yes.
And they're throwing in some Halloween graphics and sounds in the episode. And I'm pleasantly surprised that they're doing this because I know this is airing in February. And I know E wasn't particularly keen on like holiday stuff out of season. So I love that they're just leaning in no matter what.
Yeah, me too. I think that also speaks to how popular the show was at that time.
Yeah, we could get away with stuff that was a little bit unorthodox.
Yeah. But I love Rich, and I was so excited to have his help with this. And he said, so I'm here to start planning some crazy stuff. Are we going to scare some people? And I said, I'm going to scare the shit out of them. Because I don't know what it is, but I do like to scare people in a setup way like that, like doing like a haunted house or whatever. Like, I don't stand behind corners and like jump out at people, but I love doing that kind of thing. I talk in the interview, I'm talking about how there's a lot of preparation that goes into a birthday party like this. A lot of people are involved. And then we walk into the living room, and Chris and Diane are there, and they are the murder mystery writers. And they did the first party too, and they are back to help write the script for this party. So they are there too to like kind of, they know what the script is already. So what kind of special effects make sense for this? And I know what the script is going to be vaguely, but I make it clear throughout this episode that I don't want to know who does it. And I don't want to know what the clues are going to be. Like, I want to be able to play along as I go. And
I like that they show the organ when you're showing them around.
I was going to say that
we never get to see that.
I was going to say that too. It's like one of those rare that we actually go in the organ room and you see the pipes and stuff like that. Because the main, where you play it is on the outside, but like there's a whole room with all those pipes, and they go in there and show it, which is cool. So we didn't know if we were going to be able to use the organ because it wasn't working. But then Brian Alea comes in to say he talked to the guy and he's going to make it work for the party. And my original plan was like, how can we make it play on its own? Because I heard that there's a way you can do that. But I think we determined that we don't really need it to do that. We just need the sound effect to be coming from it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
and Manny is there. Manny did like maintenance on the house. And I just love seeing him because he has such a great smile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I have a question. Was this being filmed, the prep for this party, was this around the time of the surfing episode? Because I feel like you have beach party hair.
I feel like I had the beach party hair all of that September.
Like it was a phase?
Yeah, like I kind of just kept it that whole time. But yeah, it is near that beach party. I think that's the same month. There was a lot going on that month, I think.
Oh, I wrote that in my notes too because there's just so much happening like in that September. Like we were back to back to back to back to back.
Yes.
So that was like when Eddie came into town. That was like the Go West Young Girl episode with the 4 candidates.
It was surfing.
Yeah.
It was my birthday.
We were just packing it in for season 4.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking there's some other stuff too. There was a lot.
Well, I think also
Kendra's Rap Superstar was going on.
Yeah. And I think this was actually a couple months before. It was during the summer, but we were filming House Bunny before that. Like you don't see it until season 5. Like it was the first episode of season 5. But before this, we were filming House Bunny.
Yeah. There was so much. So much.
They're asking you about the dead body that's going to be in the storyline.
In the commentary when we were talking about the organ, I say, so of course it's like more than a year later, I say, oh, and by the way, the organ's broken again. And I'm telling you guys that we had Phantom of the Opera night and we had to do it all by piano because the organ was broken.
That was my idea to play the silent film Phantom of the Opera and have the organ going. But I had to miss it because I was like, broke up with Hef at that point. But
well, that's what you say. You're like, well, then I'm not sorry I missed it. And I say, that's what I was thinking too. And Kendra said, wait, when did they do this? And we both tell her, oh, that was on Halloween night. And she said, oh, I wasn't there either. And then we were like, where were you? And she was like, oh, I was hosting a Halloween party in San Diego. And then the next day I got proposed to.
oh, wow.
So October 31st of 2008, Kendra was hosting a Halloween party in San Diego. And then November 1st, the next day, is when he proposed.
Weren't they in Seattle? Space Needle?
That's what I thought, too.
Maybe they flew up there. I don't know.
Did they fly the next day straight there? I don't know either.
I don't know. What if your supplements actually changed with your life instead of staying the same forever? You guys know how big I am on supplements, and I want to make sure I'm taking the right ones that are doing the best work for me. Parallel creates targeted nutrition for every phase of your life through menstrual health, fertility, pregnancy, postpartum, perimenopause, and more. Plus, they have daily essentials like protein powder and greens powder that actually taste good and work with your routine. I'm using the Parallel Hydration Powder. I love it because I so need my electrolytes, and it makes my water taste so much better. It's so important for me to drink at least a half gallon of water a day, and having those electrolytes really helps. Their hydration powder includes electrolytes plus collagen plus hyaluronic acid. Parallel is the first OBGYN founded vitamin company. They have targeted nutrition for every stage of a woman's life, targeted supplements such as hormone balance support for specific health goals. Their daily powders include protein, sleep support, greens powder, and the one I just told you about, the electrolyte hydration powder. All powders are safe for pregnancy and breastfeeding, but designed for all life stages. They're made with bioavailable ingredients your body can actually absorb. That's so important. Exclusive for our listeners, new customers can enjoy 20% off their first order with code NEXTLEVEL. Visit parallelhealth.com. That's PERLELHEALTH.com.
And then
we have a task, not only unraveling the timeline of season 5, but when we talk about season 6 and the spinoffs and stuff, like I want to talk about it as it airs. So we're going to have to chart out like the episodes of Kendra we were on, Beaches, my episodes, season 6. Well, no, season 6. Whoa, shit. Actually, I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it as it airs. So you're telling a story. So we're going to have to like plot out like season 6, the episodes of Kendra we were in, the Beaches, move on to Holly's World. I think Holly's World probably happened like well after, or maybe not. Yeah, it's going to be something I have to plot out like a war room.
Yeah.
With all like the red strings and the thumbtacks.
I know. I wonder if Prometheus would let me have, well, I have it, but I wonder if they would let me share with our listeners my pilot that Nick and I did. Yeah, okay. And then so Kendra, and then I whispered to Kendra in commentary, that's Nick's birthday too. The day she got proposed to was also Nick's birthday, November 1st. So, and we were all like giddy about it because we're all like just on this new life now.
Yeah, we're all like in love. I have a question for you, and you can answer honestly. Were you like offended and embarrassed if I ever like brought up Nick in the commentary? Because I remember like when we were watching season 5, like the telling episodes, and he would be there. I'd be like, oh, who's that hottie, Bridget? Because afterward, Kevin reamed my ass and was like, Bridget was so embarrassed by your behavior and you made her really uncomfortable in the commentary. And at the time, I just thought I was talking about my boyfriend. Kendra was openly talking about Hank.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was like fair game.
I think I was just kind of giddy and shy about it still, but I never like went to Kevin and was like, I was so offended by that or I was so embarrassed. Definitely never that. But I think that I just was sort of keeping it low key still and everything.
And maybe he just made that assumption.
Yeah. Because I was still technically at the mansion, even though I wasn't like hiding the fact that, I mean, I was bringing Nick to the party, so like not hiding this, but I still feel like it was sort of unspoken, kind of.
Yeah.
Which is so weird. I look back on that. That's the other thing I want to explore too, because I look back on that and be like, okay, how is it unspoken if I'm like bringing him to parties and we're like, you know, dancing and making out and stuff that's, but we just never said it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
So bizarre.
It is bizarre. But the first party I invited Nick to was Midsummer's of 2008. So, you know, we weren't dating then, but we were flirting. And still, I'm inviting him to a party.
Yeah.
But definitely by Halloween, we were just starting to date.
Yeah.
Just starting. Like it actually started at my well, this is way jumping the gun, sorry guys. But this is actually started on my birthday of 2008, right when I'm about to leave for Beaches.
Yeah.
Was like the first night. We were like what we consider that like together.
Yeah.
And then started dating after that. It'll be interesting to unravel all of this.
I know, lots to unpack.
So then we move into the dining room, and I talk about how that we're going to have all the round tables in there, and I'd like the lights to flicker in there if we can make that happen. And I want them to specifically like flicker 3 times and then go off entirely, because do you remember that that's how it would happen at the house in real life? If there was ever like a power outage, it would flicker 3 times and then go out and the generator would kick in. But sometimes the generator wasn't enough or whatever, like it didn't work. Like sometimes we were out of power.
That's interesting. I didn't notice that.
But there was like 3 times. I think that was the generator trying to kick in. I don't know for sure, but I just remember a few times the power going out at the mansion and all of us coming downstairs and playing games by candlelight. I feel like that was fun. Like that's good memories for me. And then next we're in the Great Hall, and I say this is where everything is going to start. We're going to have cocktails and appetizers in here, and I want to do the ghosts in the mirrors because at the Halloween parties we had these ghosts in the mirrors, and I wanted to do those for this party. And then we're going to have a body fall off the balcony because that's the original Mrs. Letts story.
Yeah.
And I wanted to incorporate that.
And they want to know, like, who is this person? And you go, oh, a playmate. And somebody goes, is she blonde? And you go, probably.
Yeah, probably.
And then all of a sudden, with no warning, we're 5 scenes in and Barbie's back.
Yes.
Just walking on the property.
Yes.
It's just funny how they just plop her in with no warning.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Barbie, so this guy contacted me and he's doing a article on the haunting of the mansion. And he wanted to interview me for it. And then he asked if there's anybody else that he should interview for it. And I told him that Barbie had told me some really good ghost stories, like well before I was ever there, and that he should contact her. And he got back to me and he said he reached out to her and got a hold of her and was talking to her, but she doesn't want to talk about the ghosts of the Playboy Mansion. So she wouldn't do the interview with him. But he did talk to her and make contact with her.
That is really interesting that we would bother even having a chat with somebody if you just didn't want to talk about the ghosts.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm like, why don't you want to talk about the ghosts?
I know. Why? Why wouldn't she want to? I mean, I guess I guess I get why. A lot of people feel like that makes them look crazy or weird or, you know, whatever. I obviously don't feel that way. But, like, I feel like some people think, oh, that ruins my credibility if I talk about ghosts or something like that. Everyone's going to think I'm cuckoo or whatever. But I really wish she would have told her stories because I know she's told me them. So I know she has them.
Do you remember her stories?
I remember one in particular because it had to do with my room. She said the guy that used to stay in my room before.
John Dante?
Yes. Like something about he was taking a shower and there was a woman standing in there or something like that. Or something was happening in there.
It was a side piece he forgot about.
Could be. But it's interesting because that's also where I saw the ghosts in the hall right there. Although I know who mine was, and that person wasn't gone yet. But who knows who he saw? I don't know. But it was something like that. And then there were other stories too that I can't quite remember. But she definitely had some stories.
Wow.
I don't know if they were necessarily her own. Yeah. Like that one was John Dante's story. So, so I don't know if she actually experienced anything or she was just telling me what other people have experienced. But there was definitely some stories. Yeah. Which I feel like is interesting because, like, what this writer was wanting to know was, like, did this just happen while we were there? Do other people have stories? Did things happen after? Did things happen before? And I'm like, no, things happened before because Barbie had stories.
Yeah.
After, I don't know who you're going to talk to about that. But
yeah. I wish Barbie would write a book.
I wish Barbie would come on this podcast.
I know. So I come in for a confessional interview, and you can tell I'm having a sense of humor about the Barbie thing at this point because I'm laughing as I'm talking, and I'm saying Barbie Benton is back again. And I notice what I'm doing in this episode. Like, I am very much rejecting the drama. Like, I'm not letting them do this again with the whole pitting me and Barbie against each other. Like, I'm being very proactive. I won't even give them a confessional bite without me smiling and laughing.
Yeah.
And I feel like they have no choice but to roll with it because I've wised up to this point and I'm not even giving them anything.
Yeah. And I will say that Barbie coming to this birthday party was the show's idea. Like, I talk about that in commentary too. I'm like, just so you guys know, the show wanted that to happen.
Like, it wasn't part of your invite list.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would never think to invite her, not in a bad way, just like she doesn't even live in LA. Like, I wouldn't think, and we don't know each other that well, so I wouldn't think that she's going to want to come to a murder mystery birthday party. I mean, I'm glad she did. I think it's cute, and I loved meeting her daughter.
And I think it's their way of, how do we make this episode different from the last time we did this? They had to add another element.
That's what I say, too, that's what they said, that they were trying to make it different than the first one.
Yeah, so, it totally makes sense.
Inviting different people and that kind of thing.
I still want to do the thing where we watch all the Barbie episodes back to back and see what kind of story it tells.
Okay.
So I'm convinced it's going to do that.
Should we do that for like a Patreon episode?
Yeah, but later, because I don't want to be jumping ahead to like season 6 episodes right now.
Yeah, me neither. But Barbie does an interesting interview. She says, I feel like I never left. This is my home, and it'll always be my home, even though I don't live here.
Oh, I wrote that in notes too, and I wrote thoughts, capital letters, because I feel like I have so many thoughts on that. And as she's saying that, they show her walking in the already open front door, which was funny. It's just open.
Yeah, so I feel like this is really interesting because I feel like at the time, I kind of took it as
kooky.
Yeah, and like, you need to move on type of thing. Like, but now I look back on it and I feel the same way when I see those videos from people living at the mansion now. I'm like, wait, that's our house. So now I'm like, I'm right there with you, girl. I feel the same way.
No, it's so interesting. I have so many thoughts about it.
Yes.
Because at the time, and out of context, if nobody's ever lived in that house, it sounds delusional. It sounds like a lady who has never moved on and is trying to piss on her territory. I didn't listen to the commentary on this, but I would not be shocked if I say something snarky in the commentary, like move the fuck on or something like that. I'm sure that's what I thought about it at the time. And also, since she's the one who found the house, I can imagine there's an extra feeling of feeling proprietary over it. Just the way I feel about like, oh, well, those are my animals. Like I picked out that bird and da-da-da when I see videos of other people in the zoo now. And like you said, like I can kind of relate to that too a little bit. Like I don't feel that so strongly as she does. Like I definitely don't feel like it's still my home.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I see other people living a life there, especially when it's like a blonde woman, and I don't know, I feel like it's like watching myself in another dimension or something like that. It does feel odd in a way. One of my goals lately has been to drink bone broth every day. I'm doing pretty good with it. And most of the reason why I'm doing so good with it is because of Kettle and Fire, because their stuff is delicious. I love having a go-to healthy snack. Life is always busy, and this is so easy to make. You just heat it up and go. It supports my gut health. It makes me less bloated. It gives me up to 19 grams of protein a serving, which is so important. And it makes clean eating actually convenient and satisfying. My 2 favorite flavors are the lemongrass ginger beef and the chipotle beef. I have been loving those lately. Kettle and Fire bone broth is rich, savory, slow simmered, and tastes as good as it is for you. It's made with 100% grass-fed and finished beef bones or organic free-range chicken bones. There's no additives, no preservatives, and no weird stuff, just clean, real ingredients. You'll see a difference in your gut health and cravings. Many people notice less bloating and fewer snack attacks. I have noticed those things. Kettle and Fire is the easiest upgrade to your routine. It's comfort you can sip, steady benefits you can feel, and real nourishment that you can feel good about. For a limited time, you can get a free carton of Kettle and Fire bone broth by going to kettleandfire.com/nextlevel. Just buy 3 cartons in store and they'll pay you back for one. This works on any flavor at any retailer. You can find Kettle and Fire in over 22,000 plus stores nationwide, including Costco, Walmart, Target, Publix, Whole Foods, Kroger, and Sprouts. That's KETTLE and fire.com/nextlevel. And then my other note was like, is it weird for her to say that when she's married and has her own home with her husband? Like maybe she's being a little facetious. Like maybe she feels that way, but she's leaning into it more for the show, just to be like, well, this is my character and I know what I'm doing. I'm coming here and like throwing the girls off a little bit. Like, no, this is my home. Maybe she's leaning into it more. Maybe her husband does not give a fuck. Maybe he has a sense of humor about it. Maybe he thinks it's really cool. Did I ever tell you the story that Hef told me about Barbie's husband and how he did an interview before? I don't know how Hef knew this or was so on top of it. But I guess like Barbie's husband did an interview before he met Barbie. And I want to say Hef even showed me some, and I don't know what this was. It was like a Barbara Walters special or something. And this guy's not famous. He's like rich because he's like a real estate investor or something. But he was throwing a party at some house. He had a house in California, and it was a turn of the century party. And it was very like 4th of July, Uncle Sam, like turn of the century.
Okay.
Which I love this shit.
I know.
But, so he's throwing a turn of the century party and he has like these ice cream things and stuff. And it was like a profile of like this guy's like a bachelor and when is he ever going to settle down? And I don't remember if this quote came from this thing Hef showed me. I don't know why Hef's showing me this. Maybe he was obsessed. But somewhere he was asked before he met Barbie, somebody was like, are you ever going to settle down? He goes, if I ever met a girl like Barbie Benton, I'd settle down. And then they ended up getting together.
Weird.
Yeah, but kind of cool. Like, I love that. It's very like Travis Kelce making the friendship bracelet.
Very strange, though, like how you can just manifest that.
But I love
great.
it.
It's great.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
And Hef would always kind of grumble, like, I can't imagine being with a woman whose major relationship before was somebody else. Like he couldn't imagine being with a girl who was so known for being with somebody else. But I feel like if that guy already wants to be with Barbie, like he must think it's cool and doesn't give a shit and probably doesn't give a shit that she's going saying that's still my house.
Well, that's interesting because then he must think that about the 3 of us because we're probably the most, other than Barbie, the most 3 known girlfriends.
Yeah, he was probably grumbling about who we were dating. Like, I don't know how they can date those girls and, you know.
Totally. You actually do not say anything snarky when in commentary when Barbie makes those comments.
Oh, I'm surprised.
In fact, what you say is, I can't wait to watch the episode where we go to her house. And I said, oh yeah, has that aired yet? And you say, no. And I said, that's weird because I feel like that was 1 billion years ago. Mm-hmm. And you say, doesn't it feel like that? And it hasn't even been a year.
Yeah, no, it was totally weird because we had all moved on with our lives, but the episodes are still airing.
Yeah. And then even Kendra chimes in and we're all tripping and we're like, we're talking about how much we've done in just that past year and how much things have changed. And then you say, even when we went to Disneyland for your birthday, so that's at this time, like that's kind of the thing we kind of go and do on our own. Like you see this birthday party and we also go out to dinner with my parents and Hef and everything at Mastro's. But then just us girls, we all went to Disneyland for the day for my birthday as well. You say, yeah, your birthday feels like 5 million years ago.
Right.
So it was a lot. But okay, so Barbie walks into the dining room and Kendra says, let me tell you, we are very late right now. And I remember I was waiting for them at the Crunch Gym and I was just like, I don't know if they're coming.
Wow.
Like that's how late
But it was
they
Barbie
were.
being late, not Kendra.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, Kendra may have been late too, but not as late as Barbie. Mm-hmm. So in an interview, Kendra says, Bridget and I decided that we were going to invite Barbie to our strip tease class.
And this is old footage from Sarah's PMOY era.
Yes.
So they're just sticking it in here.
Mm-hmm. And there's a kind of a funny thing where Kendra asks Barbie if she can drive.
Yeah.
And Barbie's like, oh, hell no. And is that Stephanie Heinrich sitting there in the dining room? I had to really look hard. I mean, I just watched it on my computer, so it's not like it's up on a big screen, but I was like, is it? Mm-hmm. I was like, not sure.
Yeah.
But it was, right?
Yeah.
Barbie does not want to let Kendra drive.
As I'm watching this, I was like, where are you? Because I thought you were there that day, and it shows you walking in, so I guess you met them there.
Yeah. And then here's where it starts getting a little bit weird to me. In an interview, Kendra says, we love, and she's referring to Barbie, we love playing together. Like she always says that, you're my play buddy. Let's go play. She's so young at heart. I just love her.
I don't know why. I think it's just the word play over and over again. It cringed me out so bad. I don't know why.
Me too. And it's so uncharacteristic of Kendra to even say these words.
Yeah.
And to even think that that's fun or cool, because we are playful and we're fun and that's not cool.
Yeah.
But Barbie's playful and fun and that's cool.
Well, I think we know why she's doing it.
I know. And that's why it grates on my nerves even more.
Because me and Barbie are supposed to be pitted against each other. So she wants to run and be Team Barbie.
And then the next thing Kendra says is, I'm such a kid and I want to go out and play. I want to go to the beach and make sand castles and stuff like that.
No, the fuck she doesn't.
No.
She wants to go twerk on a pole, which is what you guys are going to do. But we were doing that with the girls across the street going to the beach and burying people in sand and shit like that. And she could have nothing to do with it.
Yeah. And she's like, and Barbie's a person that will go and do that with me.
But did her and Barbie ever hang out besides this thing that was a scene for the show?
I mean, we all went to dinner together, Kendra and I and her. That wasn't part of the show. I think there was a little bit more shopping maybe that happened that wasn't part of the show, but it wasn't like they were partners in crime and doing stuff together. She was just she loved that it created drama between you and Barbie, and she wanted to play into that.
Yeah, annoying.
Be an instigator on that. And it's so clear to me.
Yeah. It's just not ringing authentic, that whole we play together.
Yeah, and anytime we want to do something fun or playful or whatever, she just wants to shit on it.
Yeah.
But so it's just so weird. Okay, so then it shows Barbie and Kendra walking into the gym. Makes it look like they got there before me, which did not happen. Then it shows me walking into the gym.
This was when pole stripper aerobics was such a thing, so trendy.
Yeah, and it's fun. Mm-hmm. It's really fun. In interview, and this is weird, they completely cut out whatever I said at the beginning, and it just picks up mid-sentence, which is very weird to me. And I say, the pole dancing class at the Crunch Gym. That's the end of that sentence because it just doesn't make sense. It's just another fun way to exercise and get out of the gym and off the treadmill and do something a little bit different that might work out some different muscles. And I'm really bummed about this scene because I was really I haven't seen it since we probably did commentary on it. And I was really looking forward to this scene because I remember it being so much fun. And I remember feeling like I did kind of a good job with it for like my first time doing this. I think it was my first time anyway. And they've completely cut me out of the scene.
Yeah, you're right. It is very much just Kendra and Barbie focused.
Yes.
Was Anastasia there too? Oh, no, because this is a whole other timeline.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm
so.
picturing her being there for some reason, but I think just because she was in this episode earlier.
I was like, holy shit, if she was there, then they really cut us out. I don't think so, though. So it shows us playing around on the poles, and then the instructor walks in.
His name was Jeff, right?
Yeah. And he's wearing like tighty-whities, but they're red.
Oh, it's so funny. Angel and I would end up going to his classes like the following year when she moved out there. And the classes were so fun. I remember he would always play like Paula Abdul and Britney Spears Blackout. And it was just so fun.
He is a character. He is so much fun.
I wonder what he's doing these days.
I don't know. And so we're doing these, or I should just say Barbie and Kendra are doing the striptease class. And it shows these guys like totally staring in.
Oh my God,
and
that cut they have of the guy who's just like in a trance staring at you guys. It's so funny and so creepy.
And that's not even faked for the camera because you can see the camera pull back and he's sitting there doing it in real time.
Yeah, it's not a cutaway.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
At first I thought, oh, they're just cutting away to some poor guy, but no.
Yeah. Oh my God. And he is zoning.
Yes. In an interview, Kendra says, it was so funny watching Barbie trying to do all the strip moves and stuff. I couldn't concentrate because I kept looking at her. It was so funny. She's hilarious. And then it shows this thing where we like slide down to, well, I shouldn't say we. They slide down to their knees and like hump the floor. And you go, doesn't that hurt your knees? And we both like yell out in the commentary, yes.
Oh my God. That's funny.
In an interview, Barbie says that the more I get to know the girls, the more we like each other, since we do have a lot in common, starting with Hef. And then the instructor, Jeff, tells Kendra, get on your knees. I know you're not in that position very often. And Kendra jokes with him and says, how do you know? But I feel like that's such an interesting thing to say because I feel like people would assume the opposite.
Right.
So I was like kind of confused by the joke because I feel like the joke should be the opposite way around.
Yeah, that is weird.
But then I'm like, well, maybe he gets the dynamics.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of guy stuff going on over there.
Totally.
So I don't know. And then Kendra talks about in an interview how she couldn't concentrate in that room because she kept looking at his ass and looking at his package and then looking at Barbie. And there was just too many things distracting her. And then in an interview, I just say, I think the three of us, because I really felt like we all three did kind of a good job on it. And I say, I think the three of us could have a future in pole dancing if we really wanted to. It was just fun. We had a great time. And I'm ready to go back and do it again. But I wrote in my notes, I'm like super disappointed in the scene. Like, why couldn't it have been all three of us?
Yeah.
Like hanging out and having a good time. But no, we can only focus on Kendra and Barbie having a relationship and having a good time.
She's the girl's girl that everybody has so much fun with, when in reality it was like not the case.
And I genuinely wanted to see how well I did. Like, did I do as good as I remember doing?
Yeah.
Like, I was really honestly wanting to see that, and I never saw. They show at the very end
show one
me just like
pose.
twitching my butt.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then I just wrote,
womp.
and this whole scene is Kendra being very, very fake, and it's hard for me to watch.
Oh yeah.
And just a reminder that like this was all shot not during this time frame. This was all shot months earlier during the Playmate of the Year thing. So
we will pick back up next week with more of your murder mystery party. If you would like more content, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/girlsnextlevel. Check out our merch at girlsnextlevel.shop, and we'll see you guys next week.
bye, guys.
Bye.